Horrible streamer tragedy. I know Pyro Live just made a video about this. This was all over Twitter the other day, and I haven't really heard anything else about it.
Small disclaimer, this video isn't going to be the laugh out loud, hilarious slop that you usually see on this channel. This isn't like a typical internet happening where Mr. Breast released a new Skibbity Toilet chocolate bar and 5 people didn't like it. This is actually an altercation that happened between 2 streamers.
To be fair, I've had the Skibbity Toilet Mr. Beast chocolate bar. I honestly thought it was pretty good. Jimmy, please invite me to one of your videos.
And it ended up with one of them losing their life. Now, as we know, internet drama is basically...
And like not to Fortnite or a League of Legends edition, like fucking dying.
An inevitability. As soon as you put yourself out there on the internet, you will always have a group of people that just do not like you.
Absolutely.
You know, maybe this might evolve into something else. Maybe a boxing ring match where people punch each other. Something which I now feel like every 3rd YouTuber has tried at least once. But thankfully, rarely any of these confrontations actually spill out into the real world and actually become so bad that 2 people end up losing their lives over it. Now, I do need to disclose that the 2 people involved in this, Finny and Manny, the streamers, they were never like enormously huge content creators. Finny's channel...
How do I know these people? They have like 6,000, 8,000 subscribers. That's so fucking random. Wait, what happened to these guys?
Has around 4,000 subscribers, and that's why covering this has been really difficult, because this wasn't an incredibly famous content creator. The details are really sparse what's actually happened, and on top of this as well, the other streamer Manny has actually had his entire channel taken down by YouTube, meaning again a large chunk of information and context to what's happened has just been lost to time. So the main thing we can only really run off here is Finny's account of the story. So a streamer by the name of Finny the Legend starts his life.
That is the problem, right? Because there's one person's side, there's the other person's side, and there's the truth. And when you only get a recollection of one side, you're just not doing a proper job as a journalist. But I understand if perhaps the other party is dead, it's kind of hard to do that. And then you can only go off security footage. And if that's not there, what can you do?
Live stream in Las Vegas. This was on the 8th of June. And something really quite haunting about the stream as well. When he starts it, there's a Queen tribute actually playing Bohemian Rhapsody in the background. And if you're unaware, the context of Bohemian Rhapsody is
about someone killing a man and confessing their crimes.
It's a song about a young man who kills another man, and then he's reflecting on what his life will be like after the murder. You can literally hear the lyrics in the background. Like when he boots up the stream, you can even hear it being said, "If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on. Carry on as if nothing really matters."
It ain't what we thought.
And for everything that...
Yeah, it's actually a very dark song, but people just don't have really the media literacy to understand what it's actually about. They're like, I like when he says Galileo, Galileo. Oh, Galileo Figaro. Oh, it's so catchy. It's incredibly dark, haunting fucking song. It's like a lot of Disney movies as well, right? Like very fucked up shit's happening. Like, oh man, that mouse sure is funny.
That happened during this stream, that is a horrifying coincidence. Now, Finny is actually from Arizona. He's just visiting Las Vegas, where another streamer who Finny has a rivalry or beef with actually lives there. Now, this other streamer who's based in Las Vegas is called Sin City Manny Wise. Now, there is a lot of beef between these two, which I will get into in a little bit, but Manny is definitely not Finny's biggest fan.
Absolutely not. I will say, like, as my 6.5 years as a content creator has gone to show, content creator with like low subscriber channels is like weird. Content creators with like upper echelon content creators is like, it's so easy, right? It's so easy. Like, I don't worry about anything. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, there's Hassan, bah, 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 bah. There's Ian, bah, 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 bah. Don't care. But then you have these fucking people who are like, bottom of the barrel, like below like 40,000 sub channels who like devote their entire life to talking about you. The first one, this is pretty much the only content that's ever bothered me. And you guys probably don't know this. There was this guy by the name of Scion Storm. This was back in like 2022. And this guy would talk about me non-fucking stop and make up things that never fucking happened and like talk about like finding me. It was weird as shit. And I would get sent clips from like deleted videos from way back in the day. And I'm like, you know, if it was like somebody at the top, I'm like, okay, well, you have nothing to lose. But then when these people have like 200, 300 views, it's like, Jesus, bro, are you good? Like, you all good up there? Like, what's going on here, guys? You know, like, I mean, the people get weird as shit. So for real, like, lower end content creator drama is like actually kind of fucking weird to deal with.
In fact, when Finney actually went to Las Vegas, Manny started up a live stream trying to essentially hunt him down.
I'm out here
Did he live with you too? Well, maybe he thought he did.
searching for my baby.
You still have that guy that makes videos with you every day, though? What, Plazookas? I don't care. I think that guy's funny. Like, his channel's satire, guys. It's a satirical channel, but people are just taking him serious. It's a joke.
Went through every casino there
At least I sure as fuck hope it is.
is. I heard there's one of my biggest fans here in town. I'm dying to see him. Dying to see him.
Later on that day, around 10 p.m., Finney and his wife, who goes by the name Bubbly, headed
It's a satire channel, but he doesn't know it's a satire channel. Don't worry, guys.
down to the Bellagio fountains on the Vegas Strip. Now, this is one of the most visited areas in pretty much all of Las Vegas. There are these massive spurts of water shooting up and surrounded by an even bigger man-made lake. And they even do musical performances there sometimes that are synced up to the fountains. It's a really iconic location that a lot of
I've been
people,
there.
when they go to Vegas, they'll get pictures there. And since Finney...
I'll be real, it's mid. Dude, it's mid. Listen, here's the best part of Vegas. Fuck blackjack, fuck the hookers, fuck the fountains, fuck the magicians. Slots, baby. Go to slots. You will lose your life and you will lose your mind, but 1 in every 1,000 people who go there will win big, and it's gotta be you, because it's your destiny. You will hit big. You will win. You just gotta start spending, baby.
He was streaming himself going by these fountains with his wife. That put a massive red arrow on his location. And for Manny, who at the same time was trying to hunt down Finney, he basically knew exactly where he was now. Now, I'm not going to show the entire clip of the confrontation. That's for obvious reasons and also, you know, respect to the victims. But
Sure.
I will try to basically explain what went down. So at this point, Finney is talking to his live chat. He's got about 300 concurrent viewers. And it seems at this point that people are having a pretty good time. You know, he's laughing, taking in
300 concurrent viewers at Vegas with only an 8K channel is actually fucking insane. So this guy was probably like on the up, to be honest.
some of the sights of Vegas. But then you hear the voice of a woman that catches Finney's attention. And then she starts saying, "Bring your ass over here. We ain't starting now, shit." And then you can see both of them enter the frame. Now, I don't have complete and total confirmation here, but I'm 99% sure that that is Finney's wife, Bubbly, from looking in the past live streams, because they have the same hairstyle and they look kind of similar, but again, can't 100% confirm that. Now, Bubbly is standing in between Finney and Manny, blocking Manny trying to get to Finney. Now, I don't actually think Finney identified who Manny was straight away because there's like a bit of a delayed reaction there. But when he does, Finney says, "Oh, what's up, bro?" And then as he finishes his sentence, Manny pulls out a gun and fires 5 bullets into Finney. When this happens,
What
of course,
the
Bubbly looks
fuck?
incredibly shocked, grabs the camera, and then we hear 2 more shots as she screams, drops the camera, and falls silent. By the time police arrived, Manny already fled the scene, but we learn about what happened with a press interview with the sheriff of the
What
Metropolitan
the
Police
fuck?
Department. There's a man called Andrew Walsh, and the first responders to the scene were police officers. They were basically on patrol at the time, they heard the gunshots, and then rushed over, and they discovered both Finney and
Holy
Bubbly lying on the
shit!
ground with bullet wounds. They tried to administer first aid, but unfortunately, the injuries were too severe, and they both passed away.
And they found 2 victims who were laying on the sidewalk, suffering from apparent gunshot wounds.
Now, at the time of recording, the police have not officially identified the 2 people as Finney and Bubbly, but Walsh does actually state that he believes that they've identified the perpetrator that was a result of Finney and Manny's internet feud.
At this point, we
That wife was standing on business and protecting her husband. And she got caught in the crossfire too. Over YouTube beef. Oh my fucking God. Holy shit, that's fucking terrible. To imagine how loyal that wife was to put herself in the line of danger for her husband. Damn, you know that was a good ass woman. Jesus. When you got a partner who's willing to put themselves between you and active fire, that's how you know you got a good one. But my God, I hope to God you never have to find out that way. That's horrible. That really fucks me up. That's what I mean, bro. Like, that's why you got to stay strapped. Jesus.
believe we have the suspect identified and that this is an isolated incident. knowing that the suspect and the victim had previously engaged
Nah, fuck
in
that
some
guy,
type
bro.
of conflict
I hope
using
that
a
guy dies in
variety
fucking
of
jail.
social media platforms.
He then ends the press conference by saying to anyone that has more information, please come forward.
Fuck
And then on
that
the
guy,
following
bro.
day, the
Holy
9th of
shit.
June, Manny
I hope
handed
that guy
himself
gets,
into
I hope that guy gets relentlessly butt fucked in prison, bro. Straight up.
police custody. So yeah, as you can see, this is like a really heavy situation to talk about. And you might be wondering, what kind of beef did they actually have that ended up with two people losing their lives over it? According to one of Finney's
If it's some dumb shit, bro, I swear to God.
friends, they've basically said that the beef these two have had has been going on for years.
This brewed for 2 years.
And unfortunately, again, because Manny's channel has been deleted by YouTube, there really isn't too much to work with here to find out how deep this rabbit hole goes. So obviously take all of this with a pinch of salt, but the narrative that I've been seeing people running with online is that Finney, Bubbly, and Manny at one point were all friends. Maybe not friends, not
shit.
super close, but they didn't have like a bitter rivalry between each other. According to Finney's friend, again, this good relationship they had basically broke down after Manny pepper sprayed Bubbly.
I was saying, I'm just glad it was pepper spray and it wasn't bullets.
And why he did this, the context, we don't know, but it seems to have basically set the stage for their hatred of each other. Now, one thing we do know for a fact is that Manny did have a much larger following than Finney, although the channel, like I said, was taken.
I'm sure we can all agree, no matter what happened between those two, nothing really justifies killing somebody in cold blood. Especially them and their wife. That's horrible, bro.
Down, there are archives of it and search results and caches basically showing that the Sin City Manny Wise channel had over 14,000 subscribers, and the Sin City family account actually had over 46,000 subscribers. And this is where apparently Finney saw this as an opportunity to start hitting Manny where it hurt his YouTube audience.
Manny's wife walking away is fucked. Can I even watch this on stream? This is the assailant's wife just chilling, texting on her phone, walking away after her husband just killed two innocent people on the streets. If they're not doing anything, like, surely they fucking know. Lock her ass up too. What the fuck is this bullshit? She doesn't even care. She's just chilling on her phone after she just gets fucking caps two people. Jesus.
So some weeks, Finney would basically host a live stream where he'd begin to attack Manny. If you look at the live tab on his channel, you can basically see that every stream title has Sin City Family or SCF on it. And it wasn't him just criticizing Manny. He'd regularly platform other people as well who also didn't like Manny. From looking at it though, it doesn't seem that Finney was like mindlessly hating on Manny, but actually been pointing out other things that he'd been accused of in the past. Like for example, apparently how Manny allowed a woman to expose herself on camera when she was drunk, and while doing that, grabbing her breasts, despite the fact at the time he was married to another woman. Now, even though Finney was a much smaller creator, he would regularly pull in on average around 10,000 views. And by the look of it, this really angered Manny because according to reports, he was losing subs from this. His audience...
Okay, well then file a harassment notice to YouTube. Don't go fucking kill him. That's insane.
slowly stopped watching him and they went to go and watch Finney instead. So in an attempt to squash Finney, Manny basically started copyright striking his videos. Manny actually did submit 2 successful copyright claims on Finney's channel. There's 2 videos here. Who said my channel was going away? And P Manny, nobody likes you, liar. You didn't get my super chats, stupid. Taking both of those videos down successfully and giving his channel 2 copyright strikes. For those who don't know, when you get 3 copyright strikes, that basically means your channel is either going to get taken down or it starts this timer before your channel gets taken down. Now, from what I understand, looking into it, these seem to be false strikes. Manny was basically abusing the system to try and silence Finney's criticism. Finney might have reacted to a video of Manny's, which he had every right to do so, but Manny saw this as an opportunity to strike his channel and jumped on it. But obviously YouTube has got slightly better over the years, so these strikes were deemed false and they were like quickly reverted. But having the strikes removed wasn't enough, so in retaliation, he actually started to try and strike Manny's channel. And it does sound like these were in favor of Vinny, because you can see here, he wasn't actually going to send a 3rd strike to take down Manny's channel, citing Manny's extremely poor mental health as a driving factor.
We all laugh and joke, but mental illness is real, and we can clearly see this guy is mentally ill. So one thing about it, that's why I want to put it on y'all too. If he give us another strike and I
So basically the guy was fucking up and he didn't like being called out for his fuck ups. And so the guy just went and killed him. Jesus.
got 3, y'all know that channel mean everything to him. He don't got no outside friends, nothing. I don't think I could do it in my heart. And I'm saying this on live so he can hear it too.
So now you know the context. This had been
Jesus.
a rivalry that had been going on for quite some time. From Finney basically having weekly rent sessions smearing his name, to Finney building his platform, mostly from how much people disliked Manny. All of that led up to a bursting point, and that's obviously when the really fatal incident happened in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's fucking
so the
terrible.
big question that people are wondering now is, what happens next? Well, since Manny, like I said earlier, actually handed himself in, the manhunt's ended. He'll most likely be in prison for the rest of his life. From what I've seen, especially in the clip where he talks about basically hunting Finney and his wife down, prosecutors will have a really easy case here for premeditated first-degree murder.
Just know instigators get this too.
And as well, in the state of Nevada, where this act was actually committed, first degree can get you some really bad sentences. I mean, you can just straight up get the death penalty. You can get the death penalty if the aggravating circumstances outweigh the mitigating circumstances, or life in prison without any possibility of parole after 20 years, or 50 years in prison with the possibility of parole after 20 years. I mean, even if he gets like a lesser sentence, like 20 years, his life is still over. And on Finney's side of the story, because obviously he was a victim behind this, he'll be leaving friends, family, and more importantly, children, because from the interview that Fox Vegas did with the friend, we actually learn, unfortunately, that Finney and Bubbly had children, and now they're basically orphans. But that's pretty much the whole update on that. Usually I end with like a funny bit or something, but it's just sad. It's just a really sad situation.
Well, that's absolutely fucking terrible. It's not really anything funny I can say either, other than, yeah, maybe we just like don't kill people over YouTube beef. Jesus, feel horrible for the kids. Damn. Well, shit.